This time we take a winter ride out to the remains of Haughmond Abbey in North Shropshire. So we're now into deep winter, but the weather's been surprisingly clement, so I've taken the opportunity to take a ride out with Deb on the back of the Suzuki, just to visit a couple of nice places in the countryside. The weather's quite variable at the moment. Sometimes it rains, 5 minutes later it stops again, but throughout the whole thing it's a little bit cold, although at the moment at least there's no ice around, so riding is at least safe, and in many ways quite pleasurable. And our destination for this morning has a distinctly monastic feel. So where are we off to, Dad?
Haughmond Abbey. Nice little walking trails around here.
It's very pretty, isn't it? On a damp morning like this.
Haughmond Hill, which is a good walking point, and you can go round the back of the abbey.
Haughmond Abbey is a ruined, medieval Augustinian monastery. It's located just a few miles outside of Shrewsbury in North Shropshire. It was founded around 1130 under the patronage of the Fitzalan family. Empress Matilda, a major rival for King Stephen in the Civil War of the 1130s, was a keen benefactor of the abbey, as was her son Henry II. Now of course the abbey of the 1130s would have borne no resemblance to the ruins that stand here today. Initially the buildings would have been wooden, but as the abbey became more profitable, those profits would have been ploughed into making the buildings more impressive, and stone structures would have fairly quickly replaced the wooden ones on the site. By the 1500s, the abbeys had very much gone past their prime. Nevertheless, they were still worth a lot of money and generated a massive income. This of course was somewhat coveted by the king and by his followers. And in truth, while some will blame his divorce from his first wife and the religious schism at the 1500s, in reality, the dissolution of the monasteries has a great deal more to do with a land grab and financial gain than it does true religious fervour. Bolted it all up. I'm sure there's that spiral staircase now, you should have walked inside. Like so many monastic sites, Haughmond Abbey was closed in 1539 for the dissolution of the monasteries, was ransacked and damaged, and of course most of the stone was taken out as the site was used as a quarry. A sad end for what must have been a truly elegant site in its time. Today the site is run by the English Heritage Foundation, and it's a very peaceful spot to while away a couple of hours, and a very nice place for a picnic too, I think. The tranquility of the site is only affected by the occasional car on the nearby road. It's a lovely place to just walk around and listen to the sounds of the countryside, and imagine just how the site must have looked back in its time.
Crikey, the stairs are a bit worn.
Yeah, that's... Seems restored some of the roof on here, look. It's big as our house, isn't it?
Oh, this is the chapter house. And formal seasons open to the reason of a chapter from the rule of the monastery. Chapter house.
These medieval medieval sort of stone coffin, isn't it? A lot of these would be lead lined, wouldn't they? Well, just those round arches generally mean a much older part of the building there. And this far in. There's one of these guys either side, one of the prophets or something like that. I'm lost to time now. We're in a huge range of buildings in its time, wouldn't it? So what, this area was a huge church then? Massive, isn't it? So it's the high altar, so it must have gone.
The abbey where the monks were. And
Yeah.
this is the church.
Probably would have met like a larger congregation, something like that. Latrine. Well, I do hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, thank you very much for watching.